Well, at Homes by Tradition, I feel we've had the best feedback from customers on the whole process, being more of a boutique custom home builder, where I'm personally involved with the customer from day one through the process, maybe looking at properties, going out and evaluating the property conditions, helping them understand what's in place, what it could be, right down to the subsequent meeting of plan review and dissecting and pulling out as much vision as we can.
In a custom build situation, certainly another level of home ownership. You're bringing in a lot more detail to it. There's a lot more moving parts, a lot of communication. So not only with the client, but you have a lot of communication with the team.
Building a new residential property, it is one of the most complex real estate transactions that an individual can undertake. There are so many third parties that are involved, which means there's a lot of opportunities for miscommunication. What I feel is our overall advantage is the fact that we all speak the same language and we're really familiar with each other and how each of us handles our respective process.
So as we kind of finalize the design consultation, we may have got into conceptual drawings. A customer has invested or made a deposit towards architecture and survey, so we can let the architect go and the engineers go on their respective bodies of work. And at that point, I like to get a customer involved in the financing side of things. So what I'll do is set them up right away with Tradition Mortgage and really scrub all those different layers with the customer to determine what the best path is for them.
Within Tradition Mortgage, we've made a concerted effort to be the best at this in the business. We dedicated a whole team of people that are there to make sure that the construction process goes smoothly for our clients. That is very reassuring to know that we've got that behind us as a loan officer dealing with a builder, dealing with a client. A resource that most mortgage companies do not have.
When you talk about HBT, Tradition Mortgage, the bank, I mean, there's 20 years of history and comfort of just working with each other and knowing how each other look at things differently and collaboration to figure out what's best for the client. There's a lot of ways to structure a loan. And what I think we do really well is all of us talk about, okay, well, what solution can we provide to the client that makes the most sense? There's all these different things that, depending on their situation, might work best. They don't always fit into a certain box where we might have to get creative and collaborate between the mortgage company and the banks. That might be the right thing for them based on their situation.
It's always exciting to be able to work with a customer as they acquire the piece of property, plan the build, and then work with them on getting that construction loan and the build process all the way down to the final disbursement. We're so fortunate because we get to be that conduit between all these great organizations to come together.
You know, for us, a custom home builder, whether it's single family construction or renovations, the title company are like the sheriff of the job. They are with us from day one to the very end. They verify everything in place, so when it comes to work in progress, labor and material on site, they'll go out and they'll actually verify that that work is complete before they will issue any sort of funds to myself as the builder or our respective trades and suppliers for that project.
You have to be flexible and creative, and that's really the strength of Tradition and our whole team.
When they walk away from the transaction, for them to look back and say that was a great experience. I appreciate using Tradition and the entire alliance of Tradition entities, and I would go back and do it again.